Hey everyone, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner coming back at you with another reaction video. Boy, it seems like I'm stuck in the 70s. I know. I did Curtis Mayfield. I did Isaac Hayes. Oh, I'm still recovering from Isaac Hayes because what I did after I did the reaction, I played him for 2 hours. I just had to. Anyway, the 70s were probably one of the best times, I think, for musicians in general because there were so many bands created. You had Chicago. Let me see. Average White Band. You had Ohio Players, Lakeside, Parliament, Funkadelic, Tower Power, Toto, men and some women too, because Sly Stone, he had women in his band, right? These were very good musicians in the 70s who got together in these groups. I'm going to talk about funky stuff today because this band that was created in the 60s but got very popular in the 1970s is one of the best to ever do it. You might not recognize them from this picture, but I'm going to tell you the songs that I'm not playing by them. And maybe you can figure it out if you know 70s music. These are the songs that I'm not playing. Cisco Kid. Why Can't We Be Friends? Galaxy, which is one of my favorites. I'm going to have to play that on the side after I do this reaction. Ooh, excuse me. I'm talking about War. In the early to mid 70s, you could not get away from these dudes because they was laying out some serious hybrid music. And the reason why I say hybrid, they even did a jazz instrumental fusion album on Blue Note Records in the 70s. Jazz, funk, rock, Latin grooves. It was all mixed together. Very unique sound and funky as hell. Ooh, that Galaxy, that tune, I remember I'd lost a few pounds dancing to that 8-minute version in the club. You better believe that. War was one hell of a band. They still perform in the iteration today. Started out in the early 60s. It weren't called War then. The genesis of that band began to emerge. By the end of the decade, Eric Burdon, that's a name you might remember. He used to be the lead singer of the Animals. Remember that song, House of the Rising Sun? Yeah, that's him. That voice, he could sing. He got together with a record producer, and War basically came into being from that beginning in the early 60s to then. Eric Burdon did an album at the end of the decade called Eric Burdon Declares War, which basically introduced War as a band to the world. And they had a huge hit on that album, which is a classic. I'm not playing it, but it's called Spill the Wine. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. When that came out, everybody was like, ooh wee. Who are these guys? When I used to listen to, you know, music in the 70s, I mean, they were just on the radio all the time. That's how good they were. And they were cranking out those hits for a while. In the, like I said, the early to mid 70s, they had some hits. They had some serious hits. So I'm gonna play a few by then because I just love them. I just love their music. Their music is just, it's, you know what their kind of music is? They're kind of, the music that they play, it's the kind of music when you driving, and if you have a convertible, you put the top down and you just blast them. And when you drive by somebody on the street who knows their music and they listening, they gonna give you a thumbs up when they hear War. They're just that good. They really, really are. One of the best bands to ever come out of that era. This is from their 1971 album that they put out. It was a hit. This is the title tune from that album, and it is one of my favorites. It's just a groove. And when you hear it, you know what I mean. It's just got that groove that just wants you just want to just, it's almost like you're daydreaming. And that's what the song is kind of saying too. You know, it just takes you away somewhere to another place. It's just a great tune. This is War from 1971, and it's called All Day Music. on now. That song is just ridiculous. It is just so smooth. And they just laid down that groove. You could actually imagine yourself, like I said, with the top down on a convertible, just riding around, sitting with your feet up in the park, at home, having a glass of, libation, whatever. It just really, really sets a mood. And that song always reminds me somehow of summertime. Just being out and about and chilling. I love that song. That is War from 1971 with a classic all-day music. Ooh, take me back. Love it. This is Patrice with the Positivity Corner. I want you to stay strong and positive. Like, click, subscribe, comment for more content. And I'll be back with another tune from the iconic band War.